It feels great. For a lot of time we're just stuck inside, and now, meeting people, and they come from diverse backgrounds, different backgrounds. So it's been, you know, I think we've been missing it during the COVID times for sure. So retention for any business is super important, especially for companies where product market fit is established, right? Initially, when you're trying to establish the product market fit, maybe growth is important, but once that phase is over, right, retention plays a very critical role, because ultimately it's retention numbers which is going to prove whether the business models which you have presented to investors built on Excel sheets, whether they'll hold ground or not. So it's super critical, and I think, be it e-commerce, be it fintech, be it a company like us, uh, all of us track our retention numbers, and fortunately, good part about our business is once you give a card to the customer, a lot of retention is taken care of by the spends which the customer does. And sharing some numbers from a credit card perspective, the industry retention rate is around 65 to 70%. Our numbers are way above 80%. So fingers crossed, right? So in especially in the fintech ecosystem, right? One thing which is very important is educating the customer, is being transparent to the customer, and that's the core of it, right? uh, the competition to us were banks, right? And while banks have done some fantastic jobs, but especially when it comes to this business, right, banks have a lot of, as I spoke earlier, like 70% of the customers who are eligible for a card don't take a card because they feel that there are some hidden charges or fees which they are not aware about. Then we are all aware about the lot of mis-sellings which happens in the financial industry. So we were very clear that the product we are going to make is going to be super transparent in nature. So that's where we started, which probably brought in a lot of trust from our customers. Now once that sort of came in, and one thing which is noticeable about us, which you can sort of read our reviews, is we are always available for the customers 24/7. Where we treat customer care as a experience center and not a cost center. So whenever a customer is in trouble or frustrated, we are there to help, right? When it comes to Uni Cards, which customers appreciate a lot. Apart from that, what we are also doing is we are personalizing things, and there's no one size fit all in this today's world. So you need to personalize, customize, try to understand what your customer needs, wants are, and create product as per those needs. So that's these are some of the things which are working for us, right? So some of the key takeaways, which sort of stood out was, how do you reduce the cognitive overload for the customer? For example, Shelly was speaking about the fact that they made the journey very simple for the customers when it comes to organizing content, right? If you try to abstract it out, it's nothing but reducing cognitive overload for the customer, right, which helps a lot. What Bhavesh kind of spoke about is engaging customers other than transactions, right, which is content, right, which plays a major role. Tapan spoke about different, how in today's world hyper personalization is becoming more and more important. So I think those were some great learnings, and yeah, and even Vanda, when she was talking about festivities and how they manage things, the just in time inventory and everything, right? It's phenomenal. So I to be honest, it's been great interacting with everyone. Learned a lot.